In August of 2014, Michael Brown was fatally shot by a police officer in Ferguson, Missouri. Subsequently, 2 police officers were fatally shot there in 2015, causing recommendations for community-oriented policing to be voiced. Since then, recent events of police using deadly force has called for more agencies to implement community policing strategies. In 1994, under the Clinton administration, the U.S. Department of Justice established the Office of Community-Oriented Policing Services, also known as COPS. The Office of Community-Oriented Policing Services affords grants to both local and state agencies to implement community policing strategies, which can reduce crime rates and improve relations and trust between citizens and law enforcement. Many people ask, what is community policing? What constitutes community policing varies across our nation's police departments. However, it is generally known as a strategy of policing that focuses on building relationships with and working closely with the members of the communities in which they serve. It focuses on issues surrounding community partnerships, police transformations, and problem solving. Most importantly, community policing is democracy in action, and it requires active participation from everyone. This includes local leaders, governments, schools, private agencies, churches, hospitals, etc. Everyone has a role to play and a responsibility. When we implement these strategies, law enforcement and communities are able to become partners. They can work together to strengthen relationships between officers and citizens. How does it affect crime rates? Senator Joe Biden describes the COPS program as the most successful crime-fighting strategy this nation has ever seen. In 2014, there was a study published in the Journal of Experimental Criminology. In it, they were able to analyze 25 studies which contained 65 independent assessments, which took place before and after implemented community policing strategies. The analyzed data showed an overall 5 to 10% reduction in reported crimes in the communities included, combined with a 24% reduction in disorderly conduct crimes, which include drug crimes, perceived by citizens within those communities. In New York City, community-oriented policing efforts reduced the murder rate between 1990 and 1996. In 1990, they had a staggering 2,245 murders, and it plummeted in those 6 years down to 983 in 1996. Between 1995 and 1999, COPS awarded grants to 6,100 agencies nationwide that served more than 145 million citizens. These grants allowed agencies to deploy additional officers in order to implement community policing programs. A study conducted during this time showed that there was an average reduction in 5.26 violent crimes and 12.63 property crimes per 100,000 residents. This crime reduction was shown to be consistent across mid to large-sized cities in our nation. Community policing has many positive effects on community and law enforcement relations. In 35% of the aforementioned analyses, community policing was shown to have a positive effect on nearly 80% of the time, while citizens were 40% more satisfied with law enforcement-citizen relations. By having law enforcement making efforts to build a trust with citizens, it allows them to work together as a team to reduce crime in their communities. This places an emphasis on stopping crimes before they occur, better understanding the needs of the citizens, and it helps promote public safety. As you've heard over the last few minutes, community-oriented policing strategies can help the cities within our nation reduce their violent and nonviolent crime rates. Community policing breeds a sense of trust between citizens and law enforcement personnel, and it makes those citizens feel more comfortable engaging with law enforcement and reporting crimes. With the help of COPS organization established by the U.S. Department of Justice, many cities nationwide can begin to and have already implemented community policing strategies in an effort to reduce crimes in their own communities.